You know what? Maybe the stock market is okay, at least in the near term. He's not making a 3-year call or anything of the like, a couple of month call. But nonetheless, even those who are invested over the long term want to know where stocks are going in the next few months.
Right. Scott, I don't find calls like this to be particularly helpful. I think they get people whipped up and focused on the short term when they ought to be investing for the long term. And if you're investing for the long term, you are paying attention to a lot of the things that Kalanovic suggests you should pay attention to. Some I disagree with. I mean, the higher beta momentum names, you don't buy momentum names particularly usually if you're an investor. So things with real good fundamentals that are really strong companies that have good cash flow, that have much better position to endure downturns and maybe even endure really a lot of volatility that I think will be with us for a long time. It's those sorts of companies in which you should invest. And yes, you can add to them opportunistically on these pullbacks. I think last week looked like a much better week than this week if you're going to be buying. But I think the opportunities are not over. I'm going to agree with Josh and some of the others who've already spoken. I don't think we've seen the end of the downturn here. Technically, we saw that death cross on the S&P 500. What an unfortunate name. But that we should see some pullbacks here with all of the volatile news and escalating commodity prices out there, I think makes more sense. Input costs are rising. Labor costs are rising. Those hurt earnings margins. In spite of that, earnings are okay. So with those companies that have good earnings and better price opportunities, yes, add. But for me, I add as an investor. I hope to own them forever if I can.
But